Okay, I'm going to attempt to show you how I pull the fret wire out, especially out of a bound ebony fretboard. I've learned this by making mistakes, so I'm going to try to help someone else to not make the same mistakes I did. Basically, I have fret. Let's see if I can get zoomed in here. You can't really see. Here we go. You can't tell, but that in this video, but that's lifted up enough to almost get my fingernail under. I don't like that, so I'm going to basically pull this fret wire out. I'll show you how to do that. I try to get up somehow get something up under the edge, and since these fret wires are so close together, it's hard to you won't be able to get your pliers in this way. Really, you can try to get one side in and hang it that way and start pulling up just a little bit, but you can only start it, and I'll show you in a second, hopefully, how to keep the chip out from being bad. Let's see. I'm going to just try to grab at the very tip, kind of lean my pliers back a little bit. These, by the way, are ground. What do you call these tools? Nippers or bullnose nippers, something like that. And I just ground a flatter surface here, and I ground it back to where there wasn't any bevel on this side, but see, it's just flat there, right where the point where it comes in, and the only bevel is on the left side, towards the inside of the toward the handle. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to just basically start nibbling at this end the best I can, working it back and forth. Can't really get it in shot here very well, so I found a place here where I can kind of turn the pliers just right, just to kind of get, even if you can't get into the actually up under the wire, you can kind of get if you grip very softly and don't cut into the wire too much, you can kind of get a bite on it just by gripping the wire itself on the end there. And if you do it soft enough to see, okay, now I've got a little bit of a bite up under the edge. You can't really tell from this side so much, but I've got a bite up under the edge just a little bit, and I'm just going to pinch it together a little bit and slowly work it back like that. Okay. So I can do that. I can pull it up just a little bit. Okay, we're going to try that again. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, now see the wire started to lift up just a little bit. Let me see if I can get this in shot for you. I kind of hate to lose my bite here, so I'm going to pull it up a little bit and show you what I got. Okay. You can't really see in the video, but see if I can get this closer. This one right here, okay. Okay, is that going to focus right here? It's not focusing for me for some reason. As you can tell, I'm never very good at videos, but there, you might be able to see a little bit there. There's a pretty good little gap under there now. Not good enough, but I'm gonna get another bite under there and try it again. Let's see. So basically, you just gotta try to work your pliers where you can get it to, just try everything you can at the very end. Actually, what I'll do is I'll use the inside tip here to start it like that. I can't get the whole plier in there, so that's how I get started. Then from there, next time I'll be able to go in a little bit more. And then, okay, if you can't bite down on it by squeezing the pliers, what you can do sometimes is just open the pliers up and just slip one side under the opening there, on the corner. Okay, be careful of this because you're going to start seeing bits and pieces of the ebony trying to pull up. So when it starts to pull up, stop. So I'll give you an example of that. Okay, starting to pull it up on one side. I'll start it up on one side, then I go on the other side with the other side of the pliers. Go on the other side of the fret wire with the other side of the pliers, and kind of do the same thing. Slowly trying to work it up, pulling it up a little bit this way, up a little bit this way and up a little bit that way, and just kind of work it that way until you see the wood fibers trying to pull up and chip out. Well, my eyes are burning for some reason. I don't know, something in the air or allergies. Okay, starting to, you can't see it in the shot. I'm not good at this, but as long as I convey the point. Okay, here we go. I think that, yeah, it's starting to try to do that a little bit. Well, it's not doing it very much, but normally, well, I'll get farther along, it probably will, but okay, see now I've got it up pretty good. Now I should be able to get a little bit of a bite in there. And this is probably where the the chip outs will try to start happening. Okay, so I've got it up enough there to where I think I can at least start at the end and should be able to squeeze now. Okay, there we go. See, I'm up under it now. So as I squeeze, okay, I actually heard some fibers trying to come up. Let me see. Not yet. Okay, get a little bit farther in if you can. If not, if you can't grip it again, then do the same thing we did earlier, or I did earlier, is go up under one side, one side of the pliers, pull up a little bit. You may have to twist the pliers this way a little bit and angle it, sort of, so you're basically doing this number here to catch the edge, to be able to make it pull up any. But do this very slowly and very carefully. And if you hear any sound of wood cracking or anything, that's when you just kind of stop, look, okay, and work it back and forth. Okay. This is going to slightly de-radius your fret wire as well. You have to basically slowly bend it back in place. I can't believe I don't have any chip out on this. Must be getting good at it or something. Okay, and I'm just working it out. Well, that's a new one. Oh, wait, no, here, okay. See, at the very end, you might be able to see it. I'm trying to get it where, okay. Yeah, it's not doing it hardly at all, but you probably won't be able to see it on the video, but right in this area here, there's a little bit of wood. This looks like a very slight hairline fracture wood crack. Well, you might, if I could point it out with this. Right, my hand's shaking, but like right in this area here, there's a slight crack, and you can't really see it, but there's a tiny crack here as well. And what that is, that's a chip trying to come out. Of course, guess you knew that. Probably figured that out. But so at this point, you would be tempted to just pull back this way, but instead of doing that and probably causing this to chip out, because I've done it, is take one side of the pliers on the flat part and just press that chip basically back down, then wedge up under it again. So what I'm doing here is basically just what I said, pressing down on there, then pulling up. Voila. Frets out. And I've done this a bunch of times on this fretboard, so that's probably why I didn't, but, and you, basically your fret wire will cover all of the, any little tiny chips there, your fret wire will cover that. So, this video was terrible, I know, but as long as it conveys a message to, what I'm trying to achieve is to help someone figure out how to do that, then that's cool. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it.